My newer clients ask me all the time, does it make a difference what I eat before I come to work out? And the answer is absolutely yes. I'm starting a new video series on nutrient timing. If I talked about nutrient timing for all the different scenarios, it would turn into a really long video, so I'm going to break it down into different parts. Today's scenario is, what should a pre-workout meal look like and how should I do it? So let's say you want to work out around lunchtime, because that's the time you have to go to the gym. So I would recommend that you eat a pre-workout meal 60 to 90 minutes before your workout. Now, let's talk about the protein. If you're going to have a steak, I wouldn't have that 60 minutes before a workout. But if you maybe 90 minutes before, I'm not sure I would use a steak. But if you're going to have chicken or fish or eggs, about an hour before your workout time is just fine. And so you don't want to have a huge amount. So you're looking for like 30 grams of protein for a man and about 20 grams of protein for a woman. So that's probably about 4 ounces of chicken breast. So when it comes to the carbohydrates, what we're trying to do is to raise your insulin level, and we're trying to prevent muscle protein breakdown. So that's why we want to use a simple carb like rice or sweet potato, only about 30 grams, just like with the protein for a man, and 20 grams for a woman. Once again, you're not trying to get stuffed. We're just trying to get enough carbohydrate in your system that we can get your insulin level raised. Should you have fats? Well, that's a good question, because a lot of people are afraid to have fats into a pre-workout meal. And there's no need to be afraid to do that, because the fats are actually going to help you. But the first thing you need to think about is, well, if I'm raising my blood sugar level and now I'm adding fats, that's going to make me fat. Well, if you're in a caloric deficit, that can't happen. But what the fat does is it helps slow down the release of the insulin, so you don't get an insulin spike and down. So having the fats is actually a good thing. So you really don't need a lot. You only need about 10 grams at the most. So a piece of an avocado, having some macadamia oil that you spread over your protein. So it's not a lot, maybe only 5 grams for a smaller woman. Coconut oil, that's another good one to have. Actually, that's what I use on my chicken meals. I use a teaspoon of coconut oil. Another good fat that you could have is level tablespoon of almond butter. Now, I'm not talking about the almond butter that is full of sugar, and I'm talking about a level tablespoon, not a heaping glob like a lollipop on a tablespoon, a level tablespoon. So we don't want to get carried away with that. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel if you're learning anything and you enjoy this. Had your pre-workout meal, I really think it is important that you have intra-workout essential amino acids. A lot of people say you should only have water. I disagree. And a lot of, high-level coaches all want their athletes to have essential amino acids while they are working out. And speaking of essential amino acids, it is really important that you are hydrated before your workout, you stay hydrated during your workout, and you stay hydrated after your workout, because you want these nutrients to get into your system. If you haven't been drinking any water and you go into your workout and then you start drinking your EAAs or anything else, you need to take these a half an hour before your workout starts. So if you're really looking for a good workout, you want to make sure that when you take your pre-workout, that you're taking it 30 to 45 minutes before. And if you're using a pump product, something that's going to, increase your pump, there's a number of pump products out there. I like to use L-citrulline. I also take that when I take my pre-workout, because you want that in effect while you are working out. Then during my workout, that's when I have my EAAs. And I'm not just taking little sips between, every exercise. I am drinking during the exercise, and that is important. And yeah, I have to pee every once in a while, but that's part of the hydration. And this is what's going to give you a bigger pump. It's going to get more nutrients into that muscle, and you're going to make better gains. And hey, that's like the hokey pokey, man. That's what this thing is all about, making gains, right? So having all these nutrients into your system while you're working out and during your workout, this is also going to help with your recovery as well. So you're going to say, hey, Coach Yakov, what about, do I have to have a post-workout protein shake? If you have had a really good pre-workout meal, you've taken your pre-workout before along with your pump products and your amino acids during your workout, then no, it's not quite so important. But if you really have had a super light meal, you're hungry, you've torn down a lot of muscle fiber, then yeah, I would probably have a post-workout protein drink. But I'm going to talk about that more in another situation. If you know that you can't get your whole food meals in, let's say you know it's going to be a real stretch for a day, then yeah, maybe I might consider going ahead and having my protein drink just to make sure that I am maintaining my level of protein that I have to have during the day. So that's a scenario that I would have it as well. If you are interested in getting some type of pump product, I highly recommend that you get Old School Labs Vintage Burst. I also use Vintage Bright during my workouts. So Neurotropic, it's supposed to help sharpen you up. And during my contest prep, I hardly felt like I had two brain cells to rub together. And now that I have carbohydrates in my system, it's nice to have any additional help that I can get. In the next video, we're going to talk about what you will do if you just get up in the morning and go straight to the gym, and what you should do in that situation when it comes to nutrient timing.